All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to our podcast for the Club Champs 2025. I'm joined by our defending champion, Mr. Collin Campher. So welcome, Collin. Thanks for taking time out of your morning and joining me for this little podcast quickly. Collin, let's jump straight into it. So you're obviously back-to-back champion and going for your three-peat this year. What does it take for a player to win Club Champs at Bryanston?
Oh, there's a couple of things I would say. I mean, the biggest thing I would say is discipline. To win, as much as everyone thinks is birdies, it's more or less bogeys.
Yeah.
So you've just got to have a game plan that you stick to. I think that's the biggest thing. Try and stick to that game plan as much as possible. It never always goes that goes to the game plan. You'll have plan A, B, and C.
Yeah, no.
You're gonna have to improvise. But I would say, you're gonna have to try and limit your mistakes. You can obviously get hurt. We've all played here a couple times, so we know you can get hurt in certain areas. So I think the biggest thing is just limit your errors so that you don't compound those errors and make a snowman.
Yeah, it's about taking those big numbers out.
Exactly. And then when you get a couple birdies and the score looks quite good, we've seen in the last few years the scores to win haven't been as low as they were previously. So if you can finish on a 2-3 under, you've got a very good chance of lifting the trophy.
Yeah. So I think solid golf really. Try to play solid golf. And
100%. Limit the error.
Easier said than done, as always, as we all know. And from last year, what was your most unforgettable moment that you had from last year?
Oh, it's quite tough. I would say, I think I made a bogey on 7, and there was chatters on the final round that Luke was in front and he was making a lot of birdies. And obviously, on that day, it was quite hard to make the birdies. And Pardon and I were just chatting away, and he just said, listen, there's still 10, 11 holes to play. And we just actually we kind of forgot about the golf and started rambling on about life, about his kids, about everything else. And for me, that really helped, just zoning out. And then before I knew it, I made a birdie on 10, made a birdie on 12. And then before I knew it, Pardon looked at the scoreboard on the phone and he said, listen, if you just keep going in par and par, you can close it. Yeah. And I think that's where the beauty of having a caddy that also you have a good relationship with is he can help you in that moment if you're feeling a bit down. So I think that's something that I think about, and obviously cherish the fact that I've got Pardon.
Yeah, I know you and Pardon have quite a successful event with Club Champs, especially 2 years ago with Chris Long. I think you were in the playoff and had quite an intense little playoff in the dark. And I think a caddy is a great asset to your team. And then how would you prepare? I mean, here we're at the driving range. You played 9 holes this morning. How do you prepare for Club Champs mentally, physically, getting the game sharp? What do you focus on?
Listen, I think the biggest thing is we treat our Club Champs like Masters Week. Yeah. And I think some guys take it a little too far. And obviously the anxiety, the stress gets to people. So it's just hit your balls. Don't go over the top from what you're doing. I just try and hit balls, just try and feel comfortable, play 9 holes in the morning, because obviously you get into the routine of hitting 7 or 8 9-irons perfectly, and then you might not hit a 9-iron on the golf course because you different areas. So my routine is just hit some balls, and then try and change it up. Hit 2 with a 7-iron, 2 with a 5-iron, 2 with a pitching wedge. Okay. So that you get into that routine of obviously each swing is a little different. We've got a lovely range where you can hit to different targets, and from there, change your pins. Hit a 7-iron to one target, and then hit a 7-iron to a target that's either 10 shorter or 10 longer. And then just try and create the course in your head and play around.
Okay, nice. And then do you have any lucky charms or pre-game rituals or pre-tournament rituals that you follow or go to? Or?
I wouldn't say any lucky charms. I mean, we went to the casino at the Vaal in December, and I've got one of the 100 Rand poker chips. And I've been using that for the last, say, 2 months, and the scores haven't been too bad, so I might keep that again. Otherwise, if it doesn't go well on Saturday, we can change it. And I guess maybe just mark the balls the day before, so when you're on the box, you're not stressing and trying to panic about that. And nothing really structured.
And then obviously we got quite a big field this year. Well, our normal 156 with some qualifiers. Is there anybody that you think's looking strong? Is there any rivalries brewing between the club and players?
Oh, there's always a few. I know Mark and Regan love to rile me up and say they're coming. So yes, they're definitely there. I know the junior captain's he's looking quite good. We see him on Llewellyn's podcast and Facebook that he's hitting a lot of balls, so he's clearly practicing and getting ready for it. But yeah, listen, it's a round of golf. I think if it was last year, Danny Matthews, he beat us all by 2 shots on the day, you know, and I think he was a 3 handicap. So anyone can have their day. So you can't rule out anyone. You just got to get up there, play your game of golf, and obviously I hope that yours is just a little bit better than everyone else.
Yeah, and I guess, like you say, it's not just a one-day thing. It's playing solid golf for the weekend, and if you behind a few on day one, you can make it up.
Yeah,
on day
you got
2
36 holes. You got 8 par 5s. You got lots of chances for birdies, and obviously, like we said, lots of chances for numbers. But hopefully, you just put good numbers more than you have bad numbers, and then it puts a nice score together.
100%. And then obviously, you've played quite a few club champs. So for those guys playing their first club champs, what would your number one advice be to them?
Yeah, you've got 36 holes. You've got lots of time. I think probably just relax. If you make a bogey on the first hole, it's not the end of the world, and obviously enjoy it. It's good fun. It's competitive. It's not the Masters, but you go out there and have fun and enjoy yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. If you're enjoying yourself, you'll probably play better golf than if you too focused on trying to compete and win.
Yeah,
and then that's generally leads to better scores, and from there, the beer tastes a little bit better afterwards.
Yeah. No, look, I think you got it nailed on the head, is that guys try to take it too far, and remember that you play this course every week, so it's just another day of golf, and just enjoy it.
Stick to your game plan, have fun, and that's it, yeah.
Well, thanks, Collin. Thanks for your time,
Pleasure.
and we'll see you out on the course, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Manir.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Thank you.